Now, just like parabolas, we can also translate ellipses. Now, with an ellipse at the center 0, 0, and now when it's translated horizontally by h units and vertically by k units, the center will move from 0, 0 to hk. Such a translation doesn't change the length of the major or minor axis or the Pythagorean relation. So we're still going to have a squared equals b squared plus c squared. The only difference is, instead of having the center at 0, 0, the center will now be at hk. So again, we do have another chart for you. It shouldn't be that bad. Now, let's move into example 3. We'll go through this. Now it says your major axis endpoints are -2, -1, and 8, -1. That means 2a, the distance between -2 and 8 is 10. That means a is 5. Your minor axis length is 2b. That's 8. That means b is equal to 4. Now, your center will be the midpoint of the major axis. Well, the center, halfway between -2 and 8, well, -2 plus 8 is 6. Divide that by 2, you get 3. So there's your center. So now we found h, we found k, we have a, we have b. Now, because the major axis endpoints, the x-axis moves. So therefore, you're going to end up having the one on the left. Okay? So those are your vertices, h plus or minus a. H plus or minus a. So we're going to actually use the left-hand column there. So we're going to end up having x minus 3 squared, y plus 1 squared. Your a value is 5, squared will be 25. Your b value is 4, squared will be 16. Now in part B, it says the major axis endpoints are -1, 4 and 1, 8. That means, actually this should be read -1, or sorry, this should say 1, -4, a little bit of a typo. So 2a, the distance between -4 and 8 is 12. That means a is 6. Minor axis length is 2b, that's 8. That means b is 4. Now your center, again, is the midpoint of the major axis endpoints. 8 plus -4 is 4. Divide that by 2 is 2. So your center will be 1, 2. Now, because the y values change here, it goes from -4 to 8. That means your vertices will be h and k plus or minus a. So we're actually using the equation on the right. So we're going to have having y minus 2 squared plus x minus 1 squared, that equals 1. Your a value is 6, square will be 36. Your b value is 4, square will be 16. There's your equation. So you have to pay attention which coordinate changes, the x or the y. Moving on to example 4, we're going to locate the key points of an ellipse. So we have to find the center, the vertices, and the foci. Now my center should be pretty easy. Since it's positive 2 here, we're going to take the opposite, make that -2, -5 for the y, or make that positive 5. There's your center. A squared will equal 49, which means a will be 7. B squared will equal 9, which means b will be 3. C squared, because it's a squared minus b squared. That means c will be the square root of 49 minus 9, which means c will be the square root of 40, or 2 square root of 10. So now we found our a, b, and c with our center. Now because the a value is underneath the y squared, that means my vertices will be h and k plus or minus a. So that means my vertices will be negative 2, and then 5 plus 7 is 12. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So there are my vertices. My foci, again, will be h, k plus or minus c, of negative 2, and then 5 plus 2 squared root of 10. And negative 2, 5 minus 2 squared root of 10. Now simplifying that, if you want to put that in your calculator, you can. So it should be negative 2, 11.32, and negative 2, and negative 1.32. Now again, you can figure that out in your calculator. 5 plus 2 squared root of 10 give you 11.32. 5 minus 2 squared root of 10 give you the negative 1.32. So there you have it. There's your center, your vertices, and your foci. Moving on to B, our A value, or A squared is 25. That means A is 5. B squared is 16. That means B is 4. C squared will be A squared minus B squared. So 25 minus 16. C will be the square root of 9, which is 3. Your center, opposite of 1 is negative 1. Opposite of negative 2 is 2. Now because the A value is under x squared, your vertices will be h plus or minus a, and then k, which means we'll have negative 1 plus 5, which is 4, negative 1 minus 5, which is negative 6. Again, your foci will be h plus or minus c, k. So it'll be negative 1 plus 3, which is 2. Negative 1 minus 3, which is negative 4, 2.